The first legal challenge to the state's redrawn congressional map is underway. A panel of 3 federal judges in El Paso is hearing days of arguments over the redistricting plan. Their decision will determine whether the new map will take effect for next year's elections. The map is designed to help Texas Republicans gain 5 seats in Congress. One big change would be in District 35 in Central Texas. Currently, the district lines stretch from East Austin south to San Antonio. It's a blue district. Austin Democrat Greg Casar holds the seat, but he's already planning to run in a different district if the new map gets cleared by the courts. His home in Austin would not be a part of the new District 35. Take a look. This is the new district. It covers an area mostly south and east of San Antonio, and it's drawn to favor a Republican. That's led several Republicans to announce intentions to run. That includes San Antonio State Representative John Lujan. I spoke with him about his decision to run in the new District 35.
I had no intentions of running. In fact, kind of almost wanted to think of an exit strategy. I've been a state rep twice. I have a very tough district. My district is the most competitive district in Texas during the House races. I'm the first and only Republican to ever win this seat in the history of Texas. Almost all of my district is in the new 35. I had some really good friends saying, John, if you really care about the country, he goes, this seat is super important so that we can continue to have the majority as a Republican Party on the federal level, and you're the only guy to win the 118 on the House state level. Yeah. Says you would have a really, really good chance of winning this for the federal, the CD 35. And so I don't want to sound corny or nothing, and I'm not doing this for political reasons, but I'm a man of faith, and my dad's a retired minister, and my mom's retired school principal. I called them. We got all my brothers and sisters together, nieces, nephews, my boys. I have 5 boys. They're all grown men. Everybody at my mom's house, and I shared with everybody, this is what I'm asked to do. This is what I'm thinking of doing. Yeah. What do you think? And it was a lot of fun because there's a lot of teasing in the family, people making fun and stuff. But then we got talking and we prayed about it. Everybody said, man, this is the thing to do. I do live by, man, I got to be responsible for what God puts in my path for the things that I do and don't do. And I just have to live some of the stuff that I preach to our young people. And, sure. And so then we decided to run about 3 weeks ago. First thing I did is called my buddy Mark White and said, hey, I'm going to run. I know you were going to run. And he said, no, since you're running, he goes, I'm endorsing you, and I'm pulling out. And we've got a lot of good endorsements from a lot of state reps, some U.S. Congress folks, and then a lot of mayors from the cities that are in my district. Mm-hmm. I have a good reputation. I work very hard. We have 10 reps in Bexar County, and I passed the most legislation out of all of those this last session, brought in the most money. I work really hard for my district, and so now I'm going to be doing this on the U.S. standpoint.
You seem passionate about education, about making sure people have a future ahead of them. What do you think are the issues in that district that will get people to go to the polls?
I think, bringing on Wilson County, Karnes, and Guadalupe. I'm familiar with Wilson and Karnes more so than Guadalupe County. I'm going to be meeting those folks, but those areas are rural areas looking for economic development, looking for, where do our kids, the kids that live in Floresville and Seguin, some of the bigger cities, and they're still small cities, they get educated and stuff and they leave because there's nothing there. So I was meeting this past weekend, I was meeting with some folks from Wilson County, some leadership folks, and they want to bring some industry, so we're brainstorming. So workforce, economic development, very, very important. One of the things, if I have to say I got to put a feather in my cap, was we now have JCB in San Antonio, which is a big manufacturing company out of England where they build these big tractors and front-end loaders. I worked with Governor Abbott's team to get that. There was 10 cities throughout the United States competing. It went down to 2, us in Atlanta, Georgia. We ended up winning it. But I had to work with Judge Sakai, our county judge, or CPS, our electrical folks, the water folks. It was a lot of work getting that together. Mm-hmm. I love that, man. I have fun. And then we won it, and it's in my district. And they're building a 1 million square foot building right now. Every time I drive by, it's up and up and up. By this time next year, it'll be employing 1,500 new high-paying jobs. So those are the kind of things that, and it's not so much that I'm super smart. What I feel like I'm good at is bringing people together, bringing everybody to a consensus, common sense approach on things, and then make things work.
Republican voters will have a lot of candidates to choose from in the race for District 35. Up next, we'll meet a candidate who says his own experience working on Capitol Hill sets him above the field.